Today, I'm going to walk you through how to generate more profit from your investment with Google Ads. Revenue doesn't pay the bills, but yet so many brands and online retailers are measuring and optimizing their paid media investments based on revenue when we really should be focusing on driving profit. And let me show you why. Here are two products of the same price sold by an online retailer. Right? Both of these are $199.99. Let's call them $200. In a typical Google Ads account, we are optimizing towards a blanket ROAS target. In this case, in this example, that's 400%. So when we look at the cost per order needed to drive a 400% return on ad spend on a $200 product, that comes out to $50 per order. Now, this may look okay, right? We're driving this 4-to-1, we're paying $50 for the sale, and it looks well and good from the transaction total. However, there are a lot of costs to fulfill these orders, right? The retailer needs to purchase these products and pay the cost of goods on them. There's credit card processing fees. Some of these are returned. There's taxes. There's shipping and fulfillment. There's a lot of costs that aren't equated for here. And you are, by not taking those into account into your performance media, you are not truly optimizing towards the way that you are making money. So, like I said, there are different margins that you're taking home from these products. So this cookware example has strong margins, and you're able to take home $80 from the sale. The stool, however, has worse margins, and you're taking home $40. Again, when you look at the ROAS and the CPA, this account is treating both of these products exactly the same. They're paying $50 on the left to drive $80 in profit. However, on the right, they're spending $50 to drive $40 in profit. They're losing money after taking their costs and their fulfillment costs into account, and then treating them the same when it comes to the way that they're bidding and targeting these products on Google Ads. So here are 3 ways, sort of a roadmap, to help ensure that you're generating actual profit from your investment with Google. So first, we're going to use your average costs of fulfilling orders to identify your break-even ROAS target. That is a point in which you will not lose any money by selling products at that return. We'll compare that to where your current ROAS target sits, and we are likely able to find a sweet spot that's going to generate you more profit, probably by lowering your ROAS target to drive more volume and more sales from your investment. From there, we'll start to hone in on key categories. So once you're up and running with your new profit maximizing ROAS target, that's using your average, right? It's using the average of all of your SKUs. However, based on what you sell, but if you're a big online retailer, a lot of your products and a lot of your categories are going to have very different margins. So we'll want to run this calculator based on those inputs and start to segment your account based on your categories and try to find ways to maximize profit from each of your key categories rather than treating all of your products the same. From there, you want to get into an advanced level where instead of passing revenue to Google, you start to pass your margin, right? You completely flip the script on what our algorithms are targeting and what they're maximizing against, right? Right now, you're saying, I need a 4-to-1 return, treat all of my products the same, I just care about revenue, where the best-in-class retailers are passing that margin data instead of revenue and letting our algorithms find the margin or the profit maximizing sales. So let's walk through the calculator and talk through some ways that you can leverage this today. So here we've got our promotions and profitability calculator that after we put in the averages of the costs to fulfill orders is going to return a break-even ROAS that we can compare to your current ROAS target to see if there's room to maximize the profitability and the volume that you're acquiring from your Google Ads investment. Now, there are a few simple inputs. We'll want to put in your average order value, discounts, which were really helpful during the holiday season to see how your margin was impacted by running promotions. Tax, we'll use an industry average as well as return rate. So already you can see what we're doing here. So the average order value, the revenue from that transaction is $100. However, after taking in discount, tax, and returns, you're left with $83. So you can already start to see the discrepancy between what you're telling Google and what you're actually taking home at the end of the day, right? Google is optimizing towards this revenue, this transaction level number, but you've got real costs to fulfill these orders that you're not taking into account. So it's just leading to a lot of differences and gaps in the way that you're optimizing and measuring your paid media. The biggest chunk we're going to take out is your gross margin. So let's say you've got 50% margins on your product and you offer free shipping. So you're going to handle the $10 to fulfill that order. Right now, we're left with $31. A huge difference from that $100 that you're telling Google that you're taking home. So what this does here is spit out your break-even return on ad spend. So if you were to drive sales at a 320% return or $31 per order, you would not lose any money when taking these costs and your ad costs into account. That may be a good strategy for those looking to acquire new customers or drive volume. However, we want to be maximizing our returns. So what we would do here is compare this to your current ROAS target. Let's say that's 550%. There's a sweet spot in there that our team or I can help you identify. Maybe it's 400, maybe it's 410, maybe it's 420. That's going to generate more volume and more profit for your business than you're currently capturing today. The real magic comes in when you start to take retention into account. So let's say you sell great products, as many of you do, and 30% of your customers place another order. We're now able to spend more to acquire customers because we're taking in that additional revenue and profit that comes in from future orders, right? So we went from 320 down to 246. And if people buy twice, we're now at 200%. And this is really how you win Google search auctions. The advertiser who's able to spend the most to acquire customers is going to acquire the most customers. So by using your business intelligence and your retention rates and your customers in your paid media optimizations, you can outbid your competitors, drive more volume and more profit from your investment, which is all that we really want to do.